My name is Robert Kish. I served in the U.S. Air Force, Ohio Air National Guard 180th Fighter Wing from 1985 to 2007. I decided to enlist because I've always been very patriotic. My dad was in the Army. He was in the Korean War, the 40th Infantry Division, and that was one of the big reasons I decided to enlist. I joined the Air National Guard because I liked what they had to offer, the thought of being around the jets out there, the fighter jets, and it just impressed me. My role in the Air National Guard, I was a munitions maintenance specialist. We assembled the bombs, put the fins and the fuses in, and then we deliver them, bombs or missiles, bullets, up to the flight line, to the jets. And then they had what they called loaders, which they still have that now, that would put the actual munitions on the airplane. So I deployed to all kinds of different locations. I went to Panama. I've deployed to England just for operational exercises. Deployed to Turkey, went to Kuwait for Operation Northern Watch. In 2005, I went to Qatar for Operation Iraqi Freedom. While I was deployed, I missed a lot of family events. I missed my wife's birthday. I missed times when, being with her when she was expecting another child. Kind of personal, but she did have a miscarriage while I was deployed, and that had a big effect on the family because I wasn't there at the time. I know it took a big toll on my wife. And I just, missed a lot of school events for the kids. But when I came back from deployments, sometimes it was difficult coming home and transitioning back into civilian life because you're set in doing things a certain way. Things are more structured, and then you come home and now you have to transition to family life and taking kids here and there and just getting back into the swing of things. You just have to talk to people like if you feel different, talk to your family, talk to your friends that you were over there with, when you come back. If you're they're probably going through the same difficult time period. Things that civilians don't understand about military service probably would be the people that you will serve with. Like I mentioned before, they become part of your family. You're with them 24 hours a day, Sometimes you're sleeping in the same building or, you're rooming with them, but you're always together, so you do develop close bonds. Probably also they don't understand what you give up, just the sacrifices that the guys and girls make when they pack up and leave, and then they end up in these foreign lands, possibly giving up their life for their country. It's just something that the normal person doesn't think about.
The Freedom Roofing Project is a veteran initiative that we do through our company, Freedom Roofing Windows and Siding.
Everyone's the first to say thank you to our military. We're always very good at paying lip service.
Giving a family a roof is really alleviating a huge financial burden off of that person, that family.
I know I needed a new roof, but I hadn't taken any steps because I had to prioritize things where I had other expenses at the time, and I was going to put the roof off as long as I could. I think it was important for Freedom Roofing to present this roof to veterans. I know all the time and effort and expense and the materials and everything that's gone into it, and it's just fantastic that your company did that and that Owens Corning did that. It just meant so much to us as a family.
And as an employee at Freedom, this is without a doubt the most enjoyable thing that I get to do, because I get to connect with veterans that I never would have met in life before.
I think the Freedom Roofing Project really brings a humanizing element to the word veteran. But when you individualize them, because they're so used to being members of a team, of a squad, of a unit, they're not used to being themselves as an individual, and then to also accept such a generous donation, I think it's a challenge for them to accept willingly.
One of the great things about this project was getting to really know Bob's youngest, James Thomas, who is a Home Alone aficionado. He absolutely loves it. I happen to be a Home Alone fan myself, so him and I really bonded over this. And he was just an absolute joy. He's such a kind-hearted little soul.
Well, I would encourage someone to enter a contest for something like this because you never know. That's the same thing Andrew said, my son. He said, I entered, but he goes, there's so many more veterans out there. He goes, I know I'm not gonna win, but he goes, I'm gonna enter it anyway. And it turns out he did win, so you never know.